let's really have a common understanding for a second of what a button actually means, because I use that word a lot, and as you saw at the beginning, I had buttons confused. So it's the on-off button. A button is not just something annoying that your teenager does. It is a moment where their behavior, completely unintentionally, can set off something disproportionate in you. Like not a normal size reaction with either anxiety or irritation, but a big one, a fast one, and actually out of proportion to what just happened. Like I know I always come back to this phrase, it's not about the dishwasher. You've asked them 4 times to load it and they've ignored you. And at some point, something in you goes from naught to 1,000 miles over the top in less than 1/3 of a second. And that's not because of the dishwasher. The dishwasher is never the real story. Maybe it was the sort of disdainful eye roll. Maybe it was the tone of voice in the whatever. Maybe it was that door that was just slammed a little bit too hard, or the silence that went on for a bit too long, and something in you just fires up that is much older, much faster than that actual moment called for. So drop a thumbs up in the comments if you have ever been properly furious about something that, like, if you were to write it down, it sort of sounds a bit ridiculous. So that's when your buttons are pushed. And there's something about that is actually quite freeing once you get it. Because what you need to understand is that your teenager is not doing that into a vacuum. They're doing it into you. And it always, always, always takes 2 to tango. They press, you react, and then the way you reacted becomes the next thing they press against. That becomes a little pattern, a little dance that the 2 of you do without ever deciding to choreograph it. And now you need to understand that's not me laying any blame on you or them. And I need to say that really clearly. It isn't actually your fault and it's not theirs either. It is just what happens between 2 nervous systems who love each other and are stuck in the same house, and adolescence has arrived. But here's the thing about a dance, particularly tango: whoever changes their steps will change the whole dance. And there has to be a leader in a tango, and in your family, you not only get to be the one who changes the step first, I would say you have to. You have to. So there's a part of your brain, it's basically your built-in alarm system, and its only job is to keep you happy. It really doesn't care whether you're happy or not, as long as you're alive. And when your teenager just has done that thing that pushes your button, they found the button, they're pushing it, the alarm here will fire before your thinking brain has even caught up. We're talking milliseconds. And because of that, you don't have your thinking brain available to you, so you can't tell yourself to just calm down because it won't work. Knowing that you should do a different thing is a thinking brain job. And the reaction comes from somewhere much older, much faster than that, and it comes from your past. That's the key bit. That the size of the reaction means that it's not about what just happened. There's layers. There's the actual moment for sure, but behind that there's a story, there's history, and it's yours. And so you are not failing, you're just repeating something in you that you've never dealt with. And I think the other way we see that is when, and I think all parents know this, it's when you open your mouth in an argument with your teenager and out comes an ugly frog. Not a wise, calm parenting book response. A horrible, ugly frog. The exact phrase your own mother used to say, or your father's tone of voice, the thing you swore hand on heart you would never, ever, 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 ever do or sound like. And we've all done it. And that's because every family has its own emotional weather. Things that were modeled or silenced or never quite processed are passed down the generations without anyone ever changing the dance steps or meaning to. And then when your teenager then at first completely by accident steps on one of those old buried family landmines, whoops, out it comes. Um, and it's not always anger. My daughter was bullied at school all those years ago, and I was a complete mess about it. Crying at work, couldn't speak to her school without sobbing or shouting, and telling myself, of course I'm like this. Look how much I love her. But what I couldn't see at the time was that I'd made the whole thing about me, actually, my pain about her pain. And when I actually looked underneath my own reaction, I found myself at exactly her age being bullied and never once having dealt with it. And that's what the frog was pointing at. Not a failure in me. It was a map. It was an X marks the spot on the treasure map of my life. And that's what the frogs are pointing at. And I can guarantee you that if your child can activate one of your buttons, it is an X marks the spot on the emotional map of your life, where there will be some old unprocessed feelings trying to be processed, heard, healed, acknowledged, call it what you like. So reframe this. That's what I want you to leave with today, that the button is data. Button pushing is not your teenager being particularly mean. It's data, it's information. And once you start treating your own reactions like data, like your own explosion as data, as information rather than evidence that you're getting it wrong, that's when things will start to shift. Not overnight, but it will shift. And this is where I can help you. Because I have, created something brand new, completely free, and I'm genuinely excited to finally give it to you today. It's been a while in the creative phase, and it's called When Your Teenager Pushes Every Button and What It's Actually Asking You to Do. So there's 3 videos. Video 1 is all about that moment, about really explaining what happens in you when your buttons get pushed, what's actually happening and what it's asking of you. And the second video is about that where those reactions in you actually come from, in the object frogs and the family weather, and really looking at that and how you can explore that. And then the third video is when we turn to your teenager properly and look at what's going on in their brain and how to be the steady one that they are actually needing you to be, even when they're testing every limit you've got. How to lead that beautiful dance of tango. So if anything I have said today made you go, oh yeah, that's what's going on in my family, or if I made you laugh, that slightly painful laugh of recognition, this is for you. And it is free and it's available to sign up for on my website, and I will, I think I actually managed to preset it or something, but I will go back in and check if I haven't. And you sign up for that, and those 3 videos are going to land in your inbox in the next few minutes, and I will send a couple of follow-on emails over the next couple of weeks with things that I forgot to say on the camera when I was filming them. And so I would really encourage you to sign up for that, but also if you want to be helpful and nice, pass that URL to other parents whose buttons are regularly pushed. You know, that conversation you always have with your friend about the same thing that really annoys them, about their spouse maybe, but also their teenager. So yeah, share the love, send it on. And I'd love to hear from you what results you get and how you find it and how it's working for you, because I promise you, when you start dismantling those buttons that are being pushed, the emotional weather will change in your family, and that's how we heal generational trauma. So yeah, I am so happy that that's out there, and I hope